Hi guys, DFX back with you. Welcome back to the channel. Some of you may be aware that I recently, earlier this month, I attended the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas. A couple people out there wanted to know how much this cost me altogether and give them some clues on if they want to attend this convention in their future. So I'm going to break it down for you the best I can. Let's get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, I actually kept all my receipts and all my information because I actually wanted to know how much this convention itself, the Vegas convention, was going to cost me as well. So I'm going to break it down the best. Like I said, I'm going to break it down the best I can. These are my numbers for a single person, and depending on your family size and whatnot, it could differ. I originally, when I first wanted to do this convention and started putting plans into motion last year at this time after last year's Colorado Springs Comic-Con, I decided, I guess the first place I started off was, okay, what's this room situation going to look like? So one of the first things I did was I actually made a reservation through the Rio Hotel, where the convention's held. And, that was great, and I was set to go with the room. Didn't have to pay anything, didn't have to do a down payment or anything, but they had my credit card information, and I was set to go for where that would lead. Little did I know that when I did some more investigation, after I made the original reservation, I decided to change and cancel that reservation, and I'll explain to you why. I ended up actually booking through Southwest Airlines. They had a deal where you could do the airline and the hotel. And in the end, that was a little cheaper going. And, that was great. And that's how I ended up booking my hotel and flight, which at the time when I did this, it was $815.55, and that was for the 5 nights. Get there on Wednesday evening, leave Monday morning, and you guys know the dates of the convention. It all depends on how that works out for you. My best bet would you guys would want to stay through the whole convention, all the way, and get there Wednesday like I did, continue through and leave Monday morning, Monday evening. Some people out there, they actually booked for a couple weeks, a lot, and I met a lot of people from overseas, London, the London, UK area, where this was pretty much their vacation, and they took two weeks in the States to come to a Star Trek convention. But that's a different story. So like I said, and some other things here, I paid all cash except for 3 items. All the rooms, all the flights, all the transportation, I booked pretty much towards the end of last year, going all the way into, I think the last thing I purchased was in July, like right before the convention, and that was a photo op with the Lower Decks cast. But let me break this down a little more. So originally the ticket was for the actual convention. I did the copper package, which entitles you to a little gold coin and whatnot. I'm going to pause right there. I'll get that and show you what that looks like. So here's the coin. I've showed it all to you in some of my videos from the convention, and it's a really cool coin. But that's part of the copper package. Also part of the copper package is you get this shiny laminate that entitles you to a reserved seat in the main events room, which is the Leonard Nimoy stage. I'm going to go more into that later because in the end, I think it's not necessary unless you want to spend a lot of time in that theater sitting. It came in handy for the Saturday Night Gala and waiting for autographs, because a lot of people, stars, did their autographs in there in the main events room. Jerry Ryan and Rebecca Romaine both did theirs in that auditorium while panels were going on. It's a very interesting setup, but this comes in kind of handy for that. But in the end, I don't think it was worth the price I paid, which came out to $358.07. And that was even discounted. The Creation Entertainment has these special deals where you can do, like during holidays, they'll have like a 15% off, 20% off. I think the most I saw was a 25% off actual tickets. And now, like, the actual admission ticket, and some of the photo ops and autographs. So that is that. Give you a little more info about the Rio when you're booking your hotel. They charge a $39 a night tax, which does not get added to your final bill until the last day, till the day you get checked out. So that ran me $226 that I was not aware that I was going to be paying until my credit card statement came in saying that was their charge. Rio also charges a $200 deposit when you first check into the room for, additional expenses if you trash the room or whatever. That I knew about, and there were some little notes on my Rio or my flight itinerary about the hotel saying that they will charge you a $39 a night luxury tax. So in the end, my room was probably over $1,000 with the flight as well. So look out for that. That did kind of caught me off guard a tiny bit, but I had the money. Luckily for me, I got paid the very first day of the convention, which was on a Thursday, and that was the first. And I got my payment, my check payment from my job that day. So that also helped pay for some later expenses that I'm going to tell you about. Food. Anyway, so moving on here. For me personally, the flight from Denver International Airport is about 3 hours away from where I live. So I ended up taking a round trip shuttle, which came to $160 total, $68. And that was the way I got done. I mean, some people like to, park their vehicle, but I felt in the long run that parking my vehicle would have been a little more than taking this shuttle service from my town down to Denver International Airport. Like I said, I spent very little on credit cards, except for 3 items, which was originally what I said for the fee for the hotel and the Vegas taxi to the hotel, and which came to me $44.93 to get to the hotel, the Rio, and then coming back, going to the Las Vegas airport was $38.51. So that's great. I could have did the Uber thing too, but it really depends on what you want to do. Sometimes the Uber is more expensive than just taking a taxi or renting a car, or I had options, but I decided I just want straight shot to the hotel, and coming back I wanted a straight shot to the airport. But yeah, that. So on another note, since I was in Vegas, and the Rio has a residency, I ended up going to Penn and Teller. They've been there for quite some time. So I ended up also going to Penn and Teller the night I came, or Sunday night after the convention was over, and that came out to a total of $88.95 for that ticket. It's also kind of cool because they did not fill the whole venue on that night. So my ticket actually got upgraded, and I was originally up in an upper mezzanine, but with the upgrade for free, I was down on the lower floor. I booked all those tickets through Vegas.com. That's where you can book all your tickets for shows and whatnot in Las Vegas. So here comes and so far that brings me up to about $1,740.76 for what I just laid out there. And like I said, I did not pay for this all at the same time. I actually spread it out throughout the whole amount of the time I was there, or over the last year, through paychecks. Sometimes I would get 3 paychecks a month. Sometimes I get 2 payments, but I would always make sure I paid my bills first before contributing any to this trip. Now the big thing. Now this is something you might want to, for the people out there who like mingling with the stars from Star Trek, getting their photos, doing the autographs. This was kind of a big thing, and for me, since I had decided up until, I don't know, probably the around, I don't know, I usually go to Fan Expo Denver, which is, and then Colorado Springs Comic Con, which just happened last week. But I decided, I think I'm just going to pull all my money, all my resources together to go and make this convention something special, which I did. And as you can see, and I'll have a link to my playlist of all the videos of my recap from the whole convention time there. But yeah, I ended up meeting 12 people from the various incarnations of Star Trek, mainly the new versions, Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Lower Decks, and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I did meet one guy, well, 2 if you count Jerry Ryan, Anthony Montgomery and Jerry Ryan, who were part of the original Star Trek shows, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek Voyager, but no, Jerry went on to do Star Trek Picard as well. So the 12 people I met, I'll just break it down of what they cost, their autograph, their photo, and whatnot. I'll start off with Shaniqua Martin Green. I paid for her autograph and photo op along with Jerry Ryan on May 24th. So a good couple months before the convention. I didn't, and you don't have to pay for the autographs and photos online unless you feel like they're going to be really big, really huge, because you do get whacked with a big service fee from Creation Entertainment, and that kind of takes away from, I don't know, I feel like when you get to the actual convention, do that kind of the photo ops, pay for the photo ops, the autographs. There, you don't get whacked with the big service fees. So, a couple of these I paid for because they had discount deals for holidays and whatnot. But I only got in on a couple of those. They had Father's Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July, those kind of situations. But I didn't have the money to purchase the tickets and autographs and photo ops at that time. So, break it down here. Shaniqua Martin Green autograph was $76.50. Well, on top of that, they put a big, about a $16.91 service fee. So add that together. I'm going to give you the grand total once I get through this, and that's for everybody's autograph and photo op that I personally paid for with cash. I paid all this in cash. Now, mind you, for her photo op, it was $81, and then you add another $17.28 for a service fee. Then I also purchased on May 24th Jerry Ryan's autograph, which was $67.50. She had a $16.15 fee. Then her photo op was $90, and another $18.04 fee for that. The grand total of that came to $383.38. Then on May 27th, I did some more purchasing of autographs and photos. I purchased just a photo op with Anthony Montgomery. That was $45 plus a $14 and $27 charge for the fee. I also bought, that time I bought Jess Bush from Strange New Worlds, plays Nurse Chapel. Her autograph was $45 with a $14 and $27 fee. Her photo op was $54 and with a $15.02 fee. The grand total of that came to $187.56. Now I'm just throwing these numbers out. It could change this time next year. But that's something you have to keep up on the Creation Entertainment site, which I'll post a link below, and it'll kind of take you to the site of where you purchase your photos and autographs and all that. Next up, on June 21st, I made some more purchases for photos and autographs. I ended up getting Tawny Newsom's autograph, which was $50, and it had a $14.64 fee. Don Lewis autograph was $50 with a $14.69 fee. Emily Coots from Star Trek Discovery had a $50 fee for her photo op. And some of these people did not allow you to buy their autographs online. So if I'm just listing photo ops, there was 5 people I could not buy autographs for, and Emily was one of them. So I'll tell you the others here in a second. But I also did Mary Wiseman. Autograph was $55 with an $18.88 service fee. Her photo op was $80, Mary Wiseman's photo op, with a $17.20 fee. Actress Christina Chong, who's on Strange New Worlds, her photo op was $80 and a $17.20 fee. That total came to $462.35. And you're like, where am I getting all this money? As I've been stating, I did not pay for this all at the same time. I stretched it out. I paid my normal bills like any normal person does before they have fun. And that's how I did this. It's kind of that's how it kind of played out for me. Finally, here's a couple more. I did buy Rebecca Romijn's autograph, which was $70 with a $16.36 fee. And her photo op was also $70 with a $16.36 fee as well. Now, the cool thing about this one was I did take advantage of one of the discounts they had, which knocked off $43.20, which brought the total down to, for her stuff, for both her autograph and photo for Rebecca Romijn, of $129.52. So I guess I came out good on that one. I wish I could have got some more discounts on some of these others, especially this last one, but that's okay. If you guys have watched my videos, you saw how much fun I was having here. The last thing I purchased was from Creation Entertainment for this convention was the Lower Decks cast voice actor cast photo op. And I purchased that on July 18th. So that was the last thing I purchased via the Creation Entertainment and whatnot. And the photo op total on that was $230 with $29.76 fee added to that, and bringing my total for that Lower Decks photo to $259.76. So I'm just running some numbers off. If you guys like to do the photo ops, you like to meet the stars, get the autographs, that's what I like to do. And I spent a good chunk of my funds for this convention just for that. And finally, I took with me $300 cash. and this was basically to cover some of the five. There was 5 autographs I did not was not able to purchase online, and those were Anthony Montgomery, Christina Chong, Emily Kurtz, Eugene Corano, and Gabriela Ruse. And I used that 300 that I took extra with me to pay for their autographs. And it worked out. I think I had about $20, $30 left for I think I got a pin from Fansets, great guys at Fansets. And I actually think that also bought me dinner the first night I was there. But like I said, all in cash. But let's get back. We'll get into something that really floored me. I don't know why it should have, because I'll tell you, eating in Vegas, not very cheap. I did the best I could, and if it wasn't for getting paid on that Thursday, the first day of the convention, I don't know. I might have been scrounging a little, doubtful, but it was just nice to have. For me, that was a third check for me. But here's how my food situation broke down. Basically, I paid to start the trip off. I ate at McDonald's at Denver International Airport. And that's, eating at an airport's kind of expensive as well. But just I think I got a McNuggets or something, or double cheeseburger and fries and a drink. That was $10.54. Now, once I got to the Rio, and I want to stress this, I ate exclusively at the Rio, at their food areas that they had available. Nothing fancy. I just bare bonesed it. And it was all, the food I ate was all on site. I did not go somewhere else. That grand total for the 5 days, 4 days, 5 nights, was $239.60. That was a big expenditure that I was not expecting. I mean, I knew it was going to be expensive, but not that expensive. But the Rio has several great food options. Not much in the line of breakfast. I think the cheapest I ate breakfast was about $10. Yeah, and it was, I think I stated it was for sausage, biscuits and gravy and some eggs. Yeah, not the greatest either. My biggest shock though, and I stated in one of my videos, was $15 and a penny for a can of Sprite and just a normal hot dog. Yeah, that was kind of a shocking moment for me when I found that total out. And it wasn't even a gourmet hot dog. It didn't have anything on it. I put ketchup on it. That was it. And it was $15 and a penny. So that was a shocker to my system. But that was okay. I did get there. They have great burgers in this hotel, in the Rio. It's all part of their, I think it's called their, and it's been their newly remodeled area for food court. Good burgers. I ate at Smash Burger, or ate at Attaboy Burger. They have a really good place for chicken strips, gourmet chicken strips and fries and stuff. They had a lot of interesting combo deals going along with the convention itself. Very eye-opening experience. They do actually have a Smash Burger located in the actual hotel. I didn't eat there. I kind of stayed at the lower level cantina area. If you do this convention, and you know your way around Vegas, I would suggest going to a store and getting actual food. That might save you some money as well. It didn't save, this is my first experience, and I didn't really save. I don't think I saved anything on it. But like I said, I had pooled resources from 2 conventions I would have gone to, and just pulled it all together, and it made it into something cool. So like I actually ate a huge pizza coming home. Waiting at the airport, they have a nice little pizza restaurant. I got a whole pizza, large. It looks like a medium large. I think it was like a large pizza, and some water and a soda at the airport coming home, and that was $23.63, bringing my grand food total to $273.77. That's how much I spent just eating. I think my most expensive meal, I got some stuff in the Rio gift shop. They have food like sandwiches, chips, snack stuff, pop. Ate a few drumsticks. Yeah, but that was probably my most expensive meal, and it wasn't even expensive. Like it was just like picnic food for what I would consider picnic food, and yeah, that came to about $30 with taxes and stuff from the hotel. So yeah, that was a big experience. And you're like, wow, what did that bring your trip total to? Kind of an interesting number. I'm gonna say this is what it kind of broke down. It was $3,700, $3,737.10. That's how much it cost me to do the Las Vegas convention, with autographs, with travel, with hotel, taxi service, shuttle service from the airport and back. That's pretty much what this total ran down for me. So basically $3,800 total. Yeah, it's a little more than I would usually spend on a convention. But the experience was great. I enjoyed it a lot. Some things I would do differently if I do this convention. I plan maybe to do this in another couple years, go back to this convention. I would not get the copper ticket. It guarantees you, like I said, it guarantees you a reserved seat and whatnot in the main auditorium, and you get the cool little coin. But I think it's better off to do general admission, and unless because I was barely in the Leonard Nimoy auditorium for more than just doing my autograph and the Saturday night gala concert. So, look at your options there. But I would probably I'm probably just going to get general admission next time for the 4 days. Another thing that, it really depends on how much you want to spend on autographs and photo ops. I did meet 12 people. So that really is another decision that you'll have to make on your own, or depending on who the guest is. I might do that a little, and wait to spend and pay for that stuff. Unless the star is huge, wait to pay for any of that stuff until you actually get there. I think it will save on the service fees and the taxes on that. And, that's what I would do. Like I said, I think I did actually pretty good when I booked my trip or flight and hotel with Southwest Airlines Vacations. I think that came out very good because, I had pre-done like a reservation for the room, and that cost more, like way more than booking the flight and the room together. So, that's also something you'll have to look at for yourself as well. I might do that different, but also be prepared for, like I said, the deposit, the $200 deposit, and the hotel fee for the many nights you stay in that room. Because like I said, that was the only thing other than my taxi from the hotel to the airport. That's all that I spent on my credit card. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to do this convention in another few years. And the Rio was going through a remodel. I was in the older tower that was not refurbished yet. So by the time I go back, it may be refurbished. By the time this time next year, it may be refurbished. Those rooms might be refurbished as well. But I would say probably, give or take a couple years, the hotel is going through a refurbishing. You can tell. I mean, it was kind of crazy. I went downstairs one morning. They were laying carpet. Next morning, I came back up, came back down, and the carpet had already been laid. And they were starting to replace some of their slot machines and gambling machines. So that was kind of stuff gets done overnight in Vegas. You know, that was a cool part. But like I said, thank you for coming along. I'm just throwing some information out to you guys out there. If you wanted to pull this convention off for yourself in the future, I will have a link to Creation Entertainment. And they should show you all the information you need. I took part in a lot of really cool events that I was not expecting that would be there. I'm going to leave a link below, and I'll take you to my playlist of my whole time and my whole experience in Las Vegas at the STLV Trek to Vegas 2024. Until next time, guys, I hope this video was informative to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until next time, live long and prosper. Thanks for watching.